Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very fateful edition of El Supercast. With me today is... guess who? It's Debbie! She's back! Yes! Debbie from Manos Hands of Fate has returned to El Supercast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing abundantly well.
Wonderful.
To have you back. And this will be a good time for us to touch base on what you have been up to, because it has been a long time, and I'm assuming that a lot of things have happened.
Yes. Manos fans are just keep growing. This whole thing just keeps growing. I'm having so much fun with it, and I have to say, Facebook is the greatest way to see what people are doing and to keep in touch. I just, some days I find myself sitting there responding to people for hours when I should be absolutely doing other things. But I can't help myself. It's just too much fun.
Oh yeah, it is definitely a lot of fun.
But just in the last few months, well, I was invited to the El Paso Film Festival in August. I went there August 5th to be a guest speaker. Ben Solovey, who's creating the restoration to Manos, was showing his film, and the El Paso Film Festival is a nonprofit, and they contacted me and asked if I'd be interested in being a guest speaker. And then I looked more into it. It was just crazy because they are known as one of the most organized, the largest classic film festivals in the whole country now. This was their 5th year. And the film, they were doing Manos, they were going to show it at the Plaza Theater, which is geographically across the street from where the Capri Theater used to be. That's no longer there. It's been torn down. But the Capri Theater was where the premiere to Manos happened on November 15th in 1966. So, I mean, literally I was within feet of where I was back then for the original premiere. So it was really great. They showed 80 classic films and Manos, because Manos, as most people know, was filmed in El Paso, so it was kind of a tip of the hat to this famously bad film that was incubated in that very city.
So let me ask you this. Did people stay to see the end?
It was great. There was some complications, and the film ended up being shown across the street in the El Camino Hotel ballroom. And even with the last minute changes and all, 350 people, approximately 350 people, because I counted, there was 400 seats that they set up in that ballroom, and they were mostly full. But people not only stayed to the end, but they kept me there for almost 2 hours, signing autographs and taking pictures and asking questions. I mean, it was fabulous. And the film festival treated me like a queen. They put me up at the hotel there, and it was wonderful. I thought, I could so get used to this. I mean, who'd have thought, I'm being invited. And oh, but what I wanted to say was on their website, they posted me as one of their VIPs on their website. So I go on the website, and I'm looking, and there's Al Pacino, Tippi Hedren, Eva Marie Saint, and Jackey Raye Jones.
That's fantastic.
I mean, I'm like, talk about, I'm like, in this grouping, there's all these amazing people, and there's me. It was great.
So let's talk about something else that happened not too long ago. Mm-hmm. A certain talented group of people, let me see if I remember this correctly, the Rifftrax.
Yes. Rifftrax, the guys who put together Mystery Science Theater and made Manos famous in the first place, brought it out of its absolute obscurity. And I have to say obscurity because I grew up looking for Manos just for my own personal reasons. You know, this to me is a family film, not most families, but my personal family, because we were all involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked for it for years, and then 1993 it shows up on television, and you know, as we know, the rest is history. So I really I'm just so, I don't know, I'm just so happy these guys brought this out. And so here it is all these years later since they first riffed it in 93, and they decided to re-riff it on August 16th, I believe it was. And so it was, they did the live riffing in Nashville on a stage and showed the film to a live audience, but then they simulcast it to 500 theaters nationwide. And just from the feedback I've received from people on Facebook and things that I've read, it was very well attended. Many theaters were more than half full, some more than that. So I myself didn't go to Nashville. I saw it here in Salem, Oregon, and had a few of my friends come with me so I'd have some backup. But our theater was, I'd say, 3/4 full, and people were just laughing so hard. I was belly laughing. It was the funniest. I loved the way that they portrayed me personally, Little Debbie, as a druggy alcoholic. It was great. I just keep quoting those lines.
Yeah, my story is rather different because through years I have tried to get someone to create the robe so that I could be dressed up as the master for all the conventions that I go to and ham it up. But no matter who I turn to, it always fails.
How's that?
At the end, I'm always there, but I'm just dressed up as myself.
Aw, how sad. Well, that robe, you know, my parents made that, and it was, you know, it's pretty involved, actually. I mean, the design is basic, but getting those giant hands and sewn on the front, you know, to do it right. I've seen some pretty cool imitations on Facebook. Somebody sent me a picture of a guy at, oh shoot, I wish I could remember. It was a parade, and
I believe that's the Dragon Con parade.
Yes, man, he had a nice robe. I'd like to see that up close.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like somebody put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, so hopefully the next time I'm able to be at a convention, and I'm talking about either my Manos video game or anything else that has to do with Manos, I'll have a robe with me.
That would be great. Yeah, you need a seamstress friend, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's kind of a project. You definitely need a good friend for that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just letting the internet know, like, hey, I'm here. I like Manos. Maybe you like Manos. Maybe we can make things happen.
That's right. That's how it works. We all get together and we make something cool. I like that.
So we are almost out of time, but
okay.
There is time for one thing. Is there any websites that you would like to give props to before we get going?
Well, right now, the restoration is selling some T-shirts of the Master, and we are, my father and I, the Master, and I, Debbie, are offering autographed versions of that T-shirt. So people can go on to the, of course I don't have it right in front of me, but it's hdinmanos.com, I believe. Oh boy. Are you putting this out right now, or is that a
I'll
website I can
leave a link
send
in
you?
the description.
Okay, because it's on the restoration, Manos the Restoration on Facebook.
Okay.
And there's a link there, and all the proceeds to those T-shirts that they're selling and the autographs that we're doing, the proceeds are going to my father and I. They're offering us an opportunity to actually benefit from Manos, since, as most folks know, we never did financially. I mean, in laughs and giggles, of course. But anyway, so that would be a good website for people to look at if they're interested in some Manos T-shirts for Halloween or Christmas. And then always my own art I'd like to promote. I'd like people to look at my art, and that's at JackeyRaye.com. JackeyRaye.com. People can learn a little more about my own personal work.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It was fun talking with you again.
Oh,
and we'll have more to catch up on down the road shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, most definitely. Take care.
Things are moving fast. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.